Hi Pisces, welcome you on my reading for the month of October. So yeah, I guess we can get started. So Pisces for the month of October, let's see what's going on with you, what's the energy, how are things going with you, okay? So, October for Pisces, what's the energy? Okay, and we have the Five of Wands reversed, okay? Okay, so you're definitely like going for your goals, okay? There's a lot of kind of like fighting, maybe even unfair, but I don't feel like it's only on your side. I feel like there is just like this type of unfair fight, but it's unfair on both sides, you know? Like both of you are kind of like fighting unfair. It might be a person, it might be a situation, something bigger, I don't know, but there's just some unfair fight between you and something else, okay? Let's see, what else is there for Pisces for October? What informations we can get? Okay, and we have the Ten of Cups, okay? Okay, so there's some kind of like happy ending, okay? It's like simply a happy ending. I feel like there was this kind of fight, but I kind of get feeling like in the October is kind of the end of it. There was this kind of unfair fight between you and something else, and in the month of October is kind of like ending. I don't say it's like ending with a success that you wanted, but in the sense like the results of this fight are either way good. Like for example, you given up or you lost, but either way you are happy that it ended, okay? So something like that, but either way, it's a happy ending. It's ending either way, okay? Either you are free from it now and that's a happy ending, either you won, either you lost, and now you don't have to worry about it anymore. Either way, there's a happy ending. But what more is there? Pisces in October. October for Pisces. What's the energy? What's happening? Okay, and we have the Nine of Wands reversed, okay? So there's like this kind of aggression and kind of like okay, so what I'm kind of getting is like this thing ended probably either way, but now you are still kind of looking for something to fight for, you know? It's like this, I kind of get like this thing that you are fighting for was just something like long term. It happened for a long time, few months, few weeks, I don't know, but it's something that you just got used to. And now you are looking for a replacement kind of, you know? It's like you're still in this fight mode, you know? It's still in this kind of like unfair energy where you have to be aggressive all the time and fight for something, argue with someone, you know? And that's kind of energy. Okay, and we have the Queen of Swords and Five of Swords, okay? So there's a lot of swords. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of like this energy of kind of the ending of something, but also like still being used to it, you know? Yeah, it's definitely like on one side you just feel like you can cut this off, you know, and be free from that, and you want that. You feel like you can finally be free from that, you know, and you just in your mind you're just like, you know, you're feeling like you are free and that, and you can just move on with your life. You feel like strong, you know, like logic, and you're just like, it's done, I can move on. But on the other side you feel like this feeling of lost, like being tricked, of just simply like lost, you know? So it's probably like this ended, but you feel relieved either way because it ended, you know? Because it was probably stressful, unfair. So for most of you, it probably ended without you winning, but actually losing. But as I said, it's unfair. It's unfair. The situation is unfair, definitely. It's like there was this kind of unfair fight and you kind of like lose, you know? It's kind of like you feel like tricked, you know? Like you think like you could do better if only it was fair. But either way, you're just like feeling like you can finally like cut this thing off from your life and be free from that. Like stand in your power, you know, because I kind of really feel like this thing kind of took your power away. You were feeling like drained all the time, like stressed, irritated, you know, like you have to fight for this all the time, you know? So on one end, you're just like feeling like kind of like a loser, you know, in the way that you just lost, and you know, and you still feel kind of like you have to fight for something, like argue about something. Like there's more to say about this, you know, like it's possible that you are still coming back to that thing and still trying to fight for it, you know. But on the other side, you're just like done with that. You want to at least be done with that already. But some part of you is still kind of like dragging you back into it and trying to fight for it. Like save your pride, kind of, you know. Because it's like this fair was unfair, and that is kind of an explanation for you why you lose, you know, like that it wasn't unfair, but it was unfair, you know. But so you're still trying to kind of defend yourself. The other side of you is kind of like, you know, done with that already and want to move on. But this ego part of you is still kind of coming back to that and trying to defend yourself. But you should be actually happy that it's ended already. And some part of you is already happy about that. It's your ego that is still dragging you into that energy and into that case. Because your ego wants you to kind of defend yourself, you know, kind of make excuses why you lost, why you were tricked, why you lost something, you know. Okay, but let's get some deeper meaning, you know, some clarification on that for Pisces for October. Let's see what's going on. What's the source of it all? Okay, we have just justice reverse, okay? So it's exactly what I said. It's like unfair, you know? It's like abusive. It's like, you know, there's a lot of kind of like abuse, kind of corruption, you know? Like, and you were in like a long time in that, you know? And you're still trying to fight for it. But I think like this thing was just not meant for you, you know? And it's time to kind of move on. There's no reason to kind of stay by it. Because it wasn't good. It was this kind of winning in this corruption, in this unfairness is not winning. It's better to move on and try in other place if that's possible, you know, because I don't know your situation. And we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah, it's like you're still kind of, you are not able to kind of move on and go into fresh energy because you are still in this past, you know. And it's not kind of, you're kind of using your energy and you're kind of putting it in the wrong place. That's why you can't move on, you know, because you are still kind of focusing on this thing, you know, in the month of October. That's why you can't let that new fresh energy let in, you know. It doesn't let in because you don't let it. You are still holding on to the past, and that's why you're focusing on the past, you know. And that's why you can't let this new energy come in. You can't focus on anything else. You can't put your energy in anything else because you're still focused on the past, you know. Okay, that's too much. Okay, I think that's enough. So we'll go to over deck, and let's see more information on clarification on Pisces in October. What else is there to know about Pisces in October? What's the energy? Oh, my cards are going crazy today. What else is there to know? about Pisces in October. What else is there to know? Pisces in October, okay. Yeah, okay, and we have a 7 of Wands reverse. It's like exactly that. It's like something happened, you already lose, and now you're trying to fix the situation, you're trying to protect yourself. That is exactly what this card is talking about, and that's interesting because that's exactly what I told you, okay? It's like you already lose, you already got tricked, you already should be done with that, but now you are protecting yourself from the danger that is already in the danger. I mean, that's the meaning of this card. Like you were not able to kind of protect yourself, and now that you are already in this danger, you have to protect yourself, defend yourself, and that's the feeling you have. Like you have to protect yourself because it already happened. You got, tricked over. I mean, F over, and now you're trying to defend yourself from this thing, from this corruption, but seriously, it's better to just let go from this and just run away from this corruption. Like, go away from that. It's not looking healthy, it's looking abusive, and there's not really any point in staying. It's toxic, But let's see. One more card on clarification for Pisces in October. What else is there to know? Okay. And we have how it was called. I have no idea how it was called. I think it was Justice. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no. I don't remember what it was called, but I know the meaning. However, yeah. Let's move on. So it's kind of like you are on the both sides, It's like one leg is still in the past and one leg is in the future, It's like exactly the energy. You are like in between, because on one end you're just like done with that. You're just, okay, I'm done. I cut you off, okay? But on the other side, you are still kind of, in this energy where you just keep going into this past, keep trying to defend yourself, keep trying to, argue, defend yourself. It's already done. And on one side, you're already done. But on the other side, you just have to. You feel like you have to defend yourself from it. Like you have to say something. Like you have to fight. Like you have to just save your pride, if that's the point. I feel like for some of you, pride might be the point. But for most of you, it's actually the ego, mostly, Okay, I guess we can move on to oracle cards. Okay, so we'll now pull out some keyword, the main meaning of October for Pisces. So let's see. What's the main meaning for October for Pisces? What's the keyword? What's the energy? October for Pisces. Pisces in October. Pisces in October. Pisces in October. Pisces in October. Come on. October for Pisces. Okay. And we have intuition, okay? Okay, so basically, as I said, you're one leg in the past with your ego that is trying to make you defend yourself, and one step in the future where you can be free from your ego and actually let go, And that card is actually about kind of listening to your intuition, to your heart, And intuition is far away from the ego. So that card is kind of telling me exactly that you should listen to your intuition and go there. Don't listen to your ego. Don't try to defend yourself. Don't try to stay there. It's all about trusting your intuition and going with it in that way, in the way of future, where you can let go of that. Because as I said, I get the strong feeling that you should let go, because this is some hardcore corruption, you know, like a lot of abuse and unfairness, and just better to let go, you know. Don't try to save your pride or defend yourself just to, you know, it's not worth it, okay? It's simply not worth it. Okay, but let's get more energy for the month. What's the energy for October for Pisces? Pisces in October, okay. Okay, and we have the Judgment reversed. What I'm getting is kind of like, you don't know what actually is good, you know? You don't know what is good to do right now, what is good for you, you know? That's why you are one step there and one step there. Your ego is telling you one thing and your intuition is telling you one thing, you know? And you can kind of tell the difference, which is good, which is not, you know? You can't really judge which is good and which is not, you know? You just don't have this hard judgment in yourself where you can kind of be honest with yourself in the way that, you know, ego is all about comfort zone, about satisfying yourself, and by defending yourself you are kind of satisfying yourself, you are proving to yourself something, you know. But by going with intuition, you are getting out of your comfort zone, kind of letting go, you know. And you don't have that judgment, and that's what you should focus on to the end of the month. Finding this judgment and being honest with yourself, finding this judgment in yourself, kind of being able to judge something correctly, you know, in the good sense, you know, like knowing what is good, you know, because sometimes the good thing doesn't feel comfortable, you know, and that's something that people might not realize, you know. So yeah, the energy you should focus on in the October is being able to judge which is good, which is not. But probably from this reading you already know which is good, which is not, you know. So yeah, and the last card will be the advice for you, Pisces, for the month of October. So let's see, what is the advice, what is the message for you, okay? Some message advice for Pisces. Message advice for Pisces for October. October for Pisces, what is the advice for Pisces? Okay, big happy changes. Yeah, I think that's the good message, you know. It's like once you trust your intuition and you'll be able to properly judge a situation, judge which is ego, which is intuition, you know, you'll be able to move on, you know, from this corruption, okay? And that is a big happy change, you know, where you move on from this toxicity, from this unfairness. When you finally let go, you have no idea how good of a feeling it is to let go, you know. You just have to learn it, you know. At first it might feel uncomfortable, but once you let go, big happy changes, you know. You will move on to the future, you know. There are just like good things awaiting for you, you know, once you let go and move on, you know, move on, cut the past off, cut yourself off from this corruption, because defending yourself, protecting yourself, still being in that energy is just simply not worth it, you know, it's not worth it. And that's the description of this month for you. It's not worth it to stay in that, you know. Yeah, and I guess that's it. That's all I have for you, Pisces. So let me know in the comments down below, how is your month going, how you're feeling, what's up with you. I would really love to know that. Let me also know if the video, the reading resonated. I would really love to know that, and I would really appreciate this if you would do that. I don't know, leave a like if you want to see my face 3 times a month, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. I really do hope so. And yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice month. Take care. Bye bye.